一度遠くへ行け遠くへ行けと僕の中で誰かがどうしようもないのレスレスねいつだって目を離した君がねほど悲しまないようにはないそんな色になるための歌さらばか影のミサイル転がってくストーリーを
Boruto Manga Chapter 49. Yep, it is that time of the month. It is time for the Boruto Manga Chapter Review. This one is on time, well, the day after its release, because it's going to be out Friday at 8 a.m. EST, which is Eastern Time. But before we get into the video, intro, outro playlist, link in the description below. Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, those will be linked in the description below, but my second channel will be linked in the description below. Go check those out. But I really urge you and encourage you to follow the Discord, because no longer will, in the videos where I will put, where I say that it is out for free for the DVD sets, I will no longer be putting the links to those websites in my descriptions anymore. Because if people keep on doing that, then every single good site is going to be taken down. So join my Discord server, where I have a separate section in my Discord server where I will post a link and you guys can go check it out on the link within the Discord server. So yeah, I really encourage you guys to go check out that server. But yeah, this chapter of Boruto Manga Chapter, well, manga number 49, Prepared. It was kind of an underwhelming chapter. Like, it was decent, but not the best chapter. I expected manga chapter 49 to actually be a pretty decent chapter. Yeah, but unfortunately it was not a good chapter whatsoever. Like, it was decent, but I wouldn't give it on the category as good. There was some decent parts, but I still there maybe are some good parts, but I'm just gonna tell you guys in a minute of what basically this chapter is about. Well, explain the chapter. So anyways, now let's get in to the review. Hopefully manga chapter 50 will be a better manga chapter, which does release September 18th. So anyways, we start off on this chapter by Hidden Leaf, well they're civilians, saying, what is that? And Ishiki is in the sky. And yeah, there's the shinobi of the village, the Hidden Leaf shinobi, are saying there's an emergency alert, everyone be evacuated and stay calm, as directed. And then Ishiki would say, even with the Byakugan, it's like letting him see through walls, it's still like looking for a needle in a haystack, too inefficient. And yeah, then they go back to Shikamaru, and Shikamaru, he's like, yeah, good, top speed, for them to evacuate, and yeah, and they also gives him the order to no one to engage Ishiki besides Naruto and Sasuke, so no one has authorization to engage Ishiki at all. And then Naruto says he is heading out, and Boruto says, Dad. And yeah, Naruto basically says, yeah, you're not going, yeah, you're evacuating with everyone else. And yeah, Sasuke decides to stay behind to talk to, Boruto. So yeah, and then Ishiki will go down, come down to the sky and talk to Hidden Leaf Shinobi, asking where Kawaki is. And then they would, basically that's what he was asking. And then they they threw shuriken at him, and yeah, then he, I guess, shot it back at them, and they were down and injured. Yeah, he deflected him. So yeah, and then one of the shinobi said, hey, you fool, you're not, or we don't have permission to engage, which they do not. And they said they do not know where Kawaki is, and he said, fine, I appreciate you not wasting my time or yours. Please point me in the direction of those who do know then. Then we go back to the Hokage's office, where I'm pretty sure aside talking about they have a secret black ops underground facility that no one knows about and nor is in the records, or yeah, no one really knows about. And says even our own shinobi hardly even know about it. Like hardly any shinobi know about the secret black ops bunker facility under the hidden leaf. And he said that's where they can hide Kawaki. They also, well, then Shikamaru says Amato can go there too since he's a traitor, and Ishiki will definitely attack if he sees Amato. And Amato said he would probably take that advice, and well, he'll take him up on that word, on his offer. And then Sasuke begins to talk to Boruto. He stays behind to talk to Boruto, basically telling Boruto that he was right and they really don't know how he really doesn't know how they're gonna beat Ishiki since they had a hard time even beating Jigen, like I said before. And then during this, Naruto is trying to attack Ishiki, but it literally doesn't work. He just says, so you're Ishiki, and yeah, and Ishiki says, so you escaped my sealing jutsu. And he said basically Boro failed. And then we go back to the talk with Sasuke and Boruto, and basically Sasuke said he heard about Boruto taking down Boro, and Boruto says he has no memory of what happened. And he said it's basically like watching his body move on its own without any control. Then he said after what Amato says, he knows what's going on, and he said that it was Momoshiki that was controlling his body when he took down Boro. And Sasuke said that was incredible power that he did use, but Boruto says by the time he came to, Boro was blown to bits. So yeah, and Boruto says the thought of dying in battle scares him, but he's still prepared for it like every other ninja. And he said it's just if his body gets taken over and he stops being himself, he doesn't know, and that scares him even more because he doesn't know what he might do to everyone. Yeah, Sasuke did say the karma's extraction has probably progressed quite far, which also means that Boruto might start to not be himself, and that's what Boruto means by if he stops being himself, he doesn't know what he will do to everyone, and that scares him the most. And Sasuke basically says that he won't let that happen, that he will stop Boruto or even kill him himself as his teacher, since Naruto probably won't have the guts to, since Boruto is his son. But Sasuke said he is prepared to kill Boruto if he loses control like that and tries to target everyone. He said he will fight Boruto with all his power. And then we go back to the the talk between Ishiki and Naruto, because they're not really fighting right now. And yeah, then like I said earlier, he was talking about how Boro failed him, and yeah, and he couldn't believe it. And then Naruto says they have a lot of outstanding shinobi, and he says after I'm done, he'll leave when he finds Kawaki. And because Naruto told him to leave and to go home. Basically, he says, if you're getting cold feet, feel free to go on home. And he said he shall, after he's done finding Kawaki, and he wants to know where Kawaki is. And he said, forget about it, let's pick out where we left off. And then Ishiki, Naruto also said he wanted to settle things there, here and now, once and for all. And then Ishiki sighs and says, if you insist. And then he starts destroying the village. While attacking the village, then Naruto charged at him using the Kurama Link mode / Sage mode to go after Ishiki, but Ishiki dodged and then kicked Naruto back. And it's really a one-sided battle because Naruto really isn't able to really land a hit, and Ishiki is basically destroying the village along the way. And then Sasuke shows up, and then Naruto's like, you're late. He says sorry, and he had to prepare himself. And Naruto said, He said you had the jitters. That's not like you. And he says, and Sasuke says, Naruto, cover me with throwing weapons, shuriken, kunai, it doesn't matter. And then Naruto was like, huh? And then yeah, Ishiki says, you just don't give up. Have you forgotten how badly I beat you? Which he did beat them pretty badly. As Jigen too, so he didn't have as much power as he does now. And then Naruto starts throwing kunai and well, shuriken, it looks like. And yeah, Ishiki shrinks them, so it doesn't really do anything. And then while Sasuke charges, he throws his sword, and then Ishiki says, "So what? What is the sword? What is the sword? What are you doing, Uchiha?" And then he tries to shrink the sword, and it cannot shrink. And then as it gets closer to Ishiki, he noticed that like I said, he notices that he can't shrink it. And yeah, then he transforms into, well, it was a shadow transformation jutsu, because it was Boruto that appeared out of the sword, sort of like what Sasuke and Naruto did to Zabuza back in the first Naruto, actual Naruto arc. And then Naruto was like, Boruto? It was kind of funny. And he said, and Sasuke says, you can shrink your jutsu can shrink anything except living creatures besides, well, basically besides himself. So Boruto used a transformation jutsu, which he has sort of that kind of scar sort of thing, where he's trying to use Momoshiki's power. And yeah, and then we go back to a cut scene, so to speak, from the talk that Sasuke and Boruto had. And Boruto asked to wear Sasuke's headband again, and Sasuke says that is a very valuable to him, and he must return it in person. And then Boruto says, yeah, it's a promise. And then we go back to the fight between Boruto and Ishiki, but it's not really fighting because Boruto touches Ishiki and uses Momoshiki's teleportation jutsu, sort of like Sasuke has, and then teleports Ishiki away from the village. And then Naruto is like, how did Boruto, that jutsu was just like the one Jigen used on me? And he said, how did Boruto learn that technique? And Sasuke says, we need to follow Boruto's chakra. Come on, Naruto. Then we go back to, well, then we go to this empty spot. Looks like a whole bunch of rock formations. I'll put up the screenshot over here. But we go back there, and yeah, then Boruto says it's a nice place. There is, well, they can go all out without destroying anything. And he says, what do you think? For not bad for doing it without any practice, right? And Naruto says, Boruto, things could have gone wrong. And then Boruto says, they can, like I said, he says they can fight all out, and all they need to do now is take Ishiki down, which he said is easier said than done. And then Ishiki says, inferior creatures, you shall regret this soon enough. And that is the end of Boruto Manga chapter 49. Like I told you guys, wasn't really that interesting of a chapter, and it says the next chapter hits September 18th, which I said in the beginning. So yes, I will probably put some screenshots in here, I don't know, because my phone storage is very bad. But anyways, this is the end of the manga review. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, smash that like button if you're new. Please subscribe and join the ongoing army of the Plague Squad and help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. And I will catch you guys next time on Expert to Plague. Peace out, Plague Squad. XPKAGE out.